What age was she when she died?
She was up in the 80s.
80s, so...
I'd say she would be.
It would be the 1970s then she would have.
Yeah, and I was married in the 70s. I was married in the 70s, yes.
I'd say now you might be married before that.
Huh?
I bet you were married in the 60s.
I was married in the 60s, right?
You would be, yeah.
I was, yes.
And how many children did you have in your marriage?
I 6.
Oh, 6. Boys or girls?
I was married in the 60s. In 1960.
Very good, yeah.
Oh, I think I was married before that.
Yeah. I know, probably the 60s, yeah.
Oh dear.
We're very busy. We started off in 2012 on 3 days a week because we didn't know what the demand would be like. Within, I think, 6 months, we were opening 4 days a week, and 6 months later again, we were opening 5 days a week. We have always got a waiting list for places. Some people come 2 or 3 times a week, others would only come the once a week. But there's a huge demand. And we're finding now that the demand has grown outside the area also. And we're getting referrals from Headford, Kilcolgan, just areas way outside our catchment area. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word, catchment area.
I was born in the heart of Claregalway. In the heart of Claregalway, yes. In a village called Claregalway. Yes, 80 years ago. Since I started here, I started here shortly after it opened, and I've been coming every Thursday and Friday since. And I look forward to it so much that I wouldn't be the same without it.
This is a particularly happy facility. Most people, when they come in the door, they would comment on the lovely atmosphere that's here. We try to make everybody laugh every day. The costs are kept to a minimum. We charge €15 a day, which covers food and transport. And it's just become a place that people want to gather. You know, they really enjoy coming. The reputation is spreading, and we just want to keep providing the service for as long as we can. We're a registered charity. We have no real government funding. We do all our own fundraising by way of a local charity shop that we set up, which is run 100% by volunteers also.
It's a brilliant opportunity for the older, the elderly, and not so elderly, to come out into a nice environment, and they get a lot from it, as much as we get from helping them. There's people coming in to us that they would be at home all day on their own. They come in and they get lovely tea. Anne usually has tea and scones ready for 10 o'clock. Then they have their lunch, and they have company all day, and there's activities going on all day. So they could be at home, sitting at home on their own. So they're mixing with the rest of the community as well.
I can keep this one.
Yeah, that's done and dusted now. Another one now. It's hearts going your way. Do you have any hearts, Henry? No, that's it. No, do you make progress? No.
I had a good life, that's for sure. But since I got this brain hemorrhage, it's a bit in fizzled, like, you know, it's very hard to make sense of it all, like, you know, because I don't have a good memory, you know, especially the short-term memory, you know. But otherwise, I think I have a good life, you know, and it's great to have a centre here to come to, you know.
I think it was the best thing that ever happened for all people. This place here is fantastic. And especially the people that runs it, voluntary, they're all fantastic people. I don't know if I'd be able to fit in the other days, because the days I don't be too well, I have heart failure. There's days I don't be too well. I don't think I would, one day is enough for me. It isn't, but we're always looking forward to the one day. We say Monday, Tuesday, tomorrow is our day out. Last year I made, was it a skirt out of ties? Yeah, and a shirt, an old shirt, that I made an apron out of for the show last year, yeah. I said, well, the back, they could take the back off it and you had the front and left the collar on. Well, you could take the collar off if you wanted to, but I left the collar on and put a big pocket in it.
Currently, €15 a day we charge, and we're keeping people from having to go into long-term care. You know, they've been able to maintain life in their own homes. If they come 5 days a week, it's only costing them €75 a week. Whereas if they were in a nursing home, the cost would be €800 to €1,000 a week. So there's a massive saving there. And if you times that by the need that's actually out there, and we probably don't even know half of it, you know, it could be a massive saving on the government, really, on healthcare costs and nursing home and fair deals and all the relative things that go with that.
This is a great godsend. This is really wonderful for us. I love this. And my friend, she comes with me as well. She's another one that we love that. We love coming here. You're better able to mix around. You're broad-minded when you go home. You're always happy in yourself, and you know you're looking forward to the next week. And there's always something. It's really very interesting. It is lovely now. And you'll always meet people. We meet so many people that comes here, and we meet one another. It makes a great difference, I think. Anyway. I did feel lonely, yes, especially when my husband passed away and I lived on my own in an apartment I have myself, and I did feel lonely, but not now. I don't, because I have friends, you know, we have a lot of friends around and that kind of thing. We've made more friends too.
Obviously we depend a lot on the community for funding as well. So the Clare River Harriers are a local athletic club, and for the last 3 years they've been doing a fundraiser for us. So the next one now is on the 12th of April, and they organise everything, and we just supply a few volunteers to come along. And it's a 5k fun run around Claregalway, and it's becoming an annual event, and it's supported by the local supermarkets, Hughes of Super Value, have been very good sponsors of it over the last 3 years. So.
Till my trophies at last I lay down, I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. I do get lonely at times, yes, but I try not to be lonely. If I'm lonely, I'll ring somebody. Has a wondrous attraction for me. So I started work when I was 18 in a factory, and I worked in the same Royal Tower China in Merview for 40 years. And then it was time for me to retire, so I retired. And anyways, it was closing down at the time. So everybody had to leave, but I was going to take retirement anyway, because I was 70. So I was going to retire anyway. Yeah, so I stayed at home then with my sister. Just the two of us were there, yeah. And just 4 years ago she passed away. So I'm on my own since.
I think to help other people to do something Because when you have the use of your hands, why not pass it on to someone else? And just don't keep it to yourself when you're gone, you're just gone with you. I'd love to be able to pass it on to someone else.
Monica, tell them about the time that the traveller lady came to your house.
Oh yes, I had a traveller lady and she wanted a suit for, the poor thing wanted a suit for her son's wedding. And she came with this gorgeous bright red. I made a suit for her and she loved it. Well, I put the line in it and I done the buttons myself for her. She just came with the material.
61? Yes. 1 and 7? 17.
I worked until 77. I was 77 years when I retired. I retired twice from 2 different businesses, 2 things, you see. So, I always kept busy and all that. I enjoyed it. I was 17 years with the car hire company, and I was the other part of the time with the hospital. I worked at the hospital. I gave up the hospital, then I retired, and I thought, well, I won't work again. The next thing, I wasn't a week or 2 at home when I saw this ad, and I took it again. So I enjoyed life. I was well able to keep going.
Loneliness for older people is one of the biggest issues. Loneliness can lead to depression, and that can lead to other physical, ailments as well as mental. And it really doesn't take an awful lot to make an elderly person happy. Just somebody to drop in for 10 minutes, have a cup of tea, just take them for a little spin around the block. It's very, very easy to make somebody happy once they get past a certain age. And, I think people need to be aware of that and should try and do the best that they can. And it makes us feel good as well. Yes.